finished shows may seem quite professional, but here's a selection of sequences that really tell the truth about how unprofessional our approach really is. So, as always, it's that time to be acquainted with my new steed, Ow. Well, it's nice to take a break from the interstate. Interstate 80, actually, I don't normally eulogise about interstates, but the scenery either side of it is wonderful, and you do feel as though you really are in this sort of expanse of nothing, sort of black top rhythm of the road that takes you always onward. Now, we've done about 100 miles, I think, and we're here in a little place called Lovelock, so we've got about 200 to go before we get to Elko, and I'm really enjoying it. Weather's perfect, bike's thudding along, and the road so far is excellent. Happy days. But my is very sore, over 60 miles an hour. There's a lot of vibrations. That means my left or right bum cheek, or both together, seem to become rather numb. Also, I nearly dropped the bike coming out of Pyramid Lake, and I think I've done something terrible to my back. But either ways, it's a lovely day for riding a motorcycle. Welcome to Idaho. And the first impressions of Idaho are glorious. It's a little bit flyy though, so I've just cleaned my lenses. But it's wonderful how the scenery is slowly changing from kind of aridness, and then, you know, people irrigating and farms and all that kind of stuff. It seems incredibly fertile. It's funny, I was just thinking on the bike, you know, if someone says to you, oh, you've got to do 180 miles today in England, you just think, oh no, it's going to be traffic jams, you know, nightmares. But 180 miles here is an absolute joy. The roads are perfect. There's very little traffic on them, and they're just arrow straight in this beautiful sunshine. What could be better? Cake? Cake could be better. Small Twix. Or a pink cupcake wrapped round my... Last night, actually, we met these birds who were having a little hen night, and they were all, I'm afraid to say, munters. But they had little plastic which I had to throw a ring round, and if I got two in, one of them would sort of perform a bit of a lewd act on me. Anyway, I got one ring and a kiss. Probably the best way. Don't want to take home more than memories. No, Hamish is obviously, as always, our producer, fixer and all that kind of stuff, but he's not that good at leaving cars. All our headlights full on there, it's all very nice. And our little Mustang convertible sounds a bit like that, which is a nicer Mustang actually. If only ours was like that, when really it couldn't pull the skin off the rice pudding. And it's red, and it's incredibly uncomfortable. And Steve's little knees are being chafed with the cheap leather in the back seats trying to fill me. But all in all, we'll forge on and have a lovely day, I hope. Now look, right. In England, we call the potato the spud. What does that mean?
Here in America, we say that the SPUD stands for the Society for the Prevention of Unhealthy Diets.
You're joking, so it actually means something.
That's what it means, yes.
Now, are you sure that isn't Americans making that up?
It's on my wall, so I didn't write it and put it there, but if it's on the wall, it must be true.
Stephanie, most people have pictures of, I don't know, Bon Jovi. not the definition of spud.
Yeah, we have the definition of spud in Marilyn Monroe. It's much better than Bon Jovi, so...
Absolutely. Is that good, Hamish? You great big... Yeah? Okay. Well, why make this pilgrimage to this little town called Blackfoot? Well, Blackfoot is the epicenter of what Idaho is really famous for, and that is the growing of potatoes. And they're so proud of that fact, they've actually dedicated a museum to it right here in Blackfoot. Well, why come to this little one-horse town called Blackfoot? Well, Blackfoot is actually the epicenter of what Idaho is really famous for, and that is the growing of potatoes. And they're so proud of that fact that they've dedicated a museum to the humble spud. You know, I think really my love for this country stems from a whole load of things, from the characters you meet, the roads, the terrain, beautiful landscapes, the roads, it goes on forever. But really the most important thing is, oh, it's just nice to warm up. You know, I thought Idaho, I had this impression of Idaho being sort of very lush and sort of, you know, the agricultural centre of America, and because of that I just thought it would be much greener. Actually, it's kind of arid and probably an awful lot. Oh, I want a ham sandwich. Some cake. It's like a bloody volcano, doesn't it? Me. You ready? Okay, alright. Can I do it now, please? What? No. Oh, Hamish wants a holiday. Well, we've just moved the tripod. Hamish has told me to do this again. I'll be talking to him in a minute. It never... Can you explain to me why?
There may have been a small bit of boom shadow on your head. There may have been. I think it'll be alright.
Now you're making me look like a
Now he's blaming Steve. Alright, okay. Okay, look, we'll give it another go then. Here we go. We've got plenty of time.
Okie dokie.
But not much money. Join me, Henry Cole, as I ride the American dream. Well, it's not actually. Now, there are a lot of rules that Brian set for us. Steve's got to sit strapped in the back of the car. We mustn't go over 45 miles an hour. And I don't know whether I'm allowed to smoke or not. But he's gone to make a quick phone call, so I better have a gasper now. Could be the last for hours. Look at him. He looks like a small beaver. Look at him with his little chompy mouth.
Beaver?
Yeah. I was thinking about that driving in, actually. I was just thinking that there are a lot of beavers, and then you came to mind. I don't know why, but it's your little mouth and teeth. Chewing away into the odd pine. And the lake itself is fresh water.
Yes, it is fresh water. It's all fresh water. It's a huge area.
But we obviously don't know how big it is. But as you know, it's 413 miles with a large monster at the bottom. Wherever you go in the world, Hamish has just said that there's a lot of Japanese noise in the background. There is always a lot of Japanese noise. I'm going on holiday to Japan. There you go again, he's off again.
Stephen.
Perhaps he's herding them. Right, what we're going to do now, Tom, is we're going to go and interview the old man who owns the place. We've got to paddle up because he could get a little bit old and chippy. Waking up to views like this don't get any better, I don't think. Now, if you want to stay anywhere around Yellowstone, may I recommend... Oh.
Are you nervous because I'm watching?
No. I've got sweaty palms, though. Angry ones! Okay, last night was the worst ride of my life, really. I've never been beaten by some kind of road, but this had me. And the reason is because this chop is so... Get off! This chop is so long, the rake, that the bumps in the road was shaking it to bits. And also I couldn't handle it. And if you just pulled the front brake slightly, you'd be off. So this is as far as we got up to the lodge. So now we've got to get it out of here, really. And the first problem is get it over this bump. And then get it down to the blacktop. Feeling confident?
I think you had a bit of a meal of it. No, I think you would have come off. I think you would have come off.
I'm not being girly about it.
Well, no.
Come on then, girls. let's get Quinton crisp and get on with it, eh, shall we?
Gently, baby. Let's keep it coming.
Oh. Okay, now then, stop there, babes. Now I'll spark her up, see if I can get around.
Yeah.
The trick is not touch the front brake. Oh no. Happy days.
Is it alright? Okay, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Anything?
Well, that's the first bit done over that bump. So now we just got to get back down to the blacktop. It looks a bit better in daylight, but still it's going to get rough further down. Anyway, we'll give it a crack.
Do you think he's been a bit girly about it?
Yeah. I think he's being girly about it. I think he should just get on with it. I think he just panics about it. It does look awful, doesn't it? It looks awful. Oh dear, poor Lottie.
Oh. Well, was that one of the most beautiful highways in the world? Probably not. It was actually a nightmare because of the roadworks. Also, apart from the roadworks, it's extremely windy. And the thing that people don't remember is that when you're on a motorcycle, if they say it's the most beautiful highway in the world, well, if they're really twisty and it's switchbacks and all that kind of stuff, you're concentrating so hard on the road ahead of you, you really don't have much time to look at the views. Or you could just get blown off. What do you reckon as an out?
Blown off?
Yeah, don't you think? I think that was good, mate. I mean, only you would think of the sexual connotations of that.
Well, that's because I've been working with you so long.
It may be true, actually. That was an absolute nightmare. Me legs hurt, me ass hurts, me rollocks hurt, me shoulders hurt, everything hurts, me lips are chapped, and me whizzer's still chapped. And in fact, I just want to go home, basically. And if one more person comes up to me and asks us what we're doing, what do you think we're doing? A Greek tragedy? We're making a motorcycle show, eh? That's why I've got a stupid helmet on. My is sore. I've got this ridiculous bike that doesn't like gravel, corners, or anything. So all in all, we've got about 20 miles to go probably to Red Lodge. Haven't we, Hamish?
That's about it.
And if he's booked a ranch with a 3 mile long gravel track, I'll stick this microphone where the sun don't shine. Bye.
Trying to get out of camera, are we?
A little bit, yeah.
Hamish, is this the world's greatest motorcycle ride?
Probably not.
Do you really?
No, I think it's been good.
I think it has been good.
All in all.
As a sound record, it's normally you pan from one person who's talking to the other.
What you said.
Oh, you just kept it in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, alright, perfect. So it was...
So you do what Henry says, do you know what's down recordings?
Henry taught me how to do that. That's why it's probably so bad.
And was the bare tooth highway nice for you?
No. Well, it's typical HCA, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're ripping it up.
Yeah, they are. Typical HCA. We've made someone roll their Ferrari on the strip.
Two forest fires.
We've made 2 forest fires. We always seem to have sort of bad luck, or that we donate to people en route. So I hope Red Lodge is going to be alright. Oh yeah, and also, you know, last night was a nightmare, and I still blame you for it.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's downhill, isn't it? I'll blame
No,
Lottie.
but I nearly did roll downhill. That was the thing, mate. On my bottom. Right, should we go and do the last... how would you say?
10?
10 miles, that's 100. Right, I've had enough now. I just can't believe the ride's over so quickly. I'd love to do it all again. Now, the strange thing is about Billings is that Montana's population is 800,000, and 100,000 of them live here. But as it's Sunday, they're probably all out enjoying the countryside because it's so quiet. But I guess it's that time of the show. I can't believe the ride's over so quickly. I'd love to do it all again. Sorry, mate. Well, I can't believe the ride's over so quickly. I could do it all over again. You know, the interesting thing about Billings is that Montana has a population of 800,000, and 100,000 of those people actually live here in Billings. But as it's Sunday, I guess they're all out in the countryside. But I guess it's that. Well, I can't believe the ride's over. It's all happened so quickly. I could do it all over again. But anyway, look, the interesting thing about Billings is that well, I can't believe the ride's over so quickly. I could do it all over again. The interesting thing about Billings is that there are 800,000 people that live in Montana. I blame this on you because of the wind gag, not my inability to present. Are you going to take that? Tom, I'm sorry, it's just a waste of tape. So the good news is that America's Wild West is surely one of the greatest motorcycle rides in the world. But the bad news is now you've got to do two rides, this and Route 66. Oh, just nearly had it.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, well, because I was just going to make the... So the good news is that... So the good news is that... Oh, bloody Nora. So the good news is... What a complete... So the good news is that riding the... So the good news is America's what? I can't do that. So the good news is